This is my fight, my truth. This is my war. Win or lose, this is my hill. This is my mountain. And I'm my way up, I'ma own it. I'm in another level. They can't stop me. There's only one.
Got to looking on this side, over on the driver's side, looking down through here, and noticed that way back there in the back, the number 8 injector was unplugged. Typically that's one of the first things that I look for, but that number 8 injector is really hard to see back here under this intake. I guess the light was just right. Look back there, sure enough, unplugged. So no big deal. The stuff that we've already done to the car had to be done anyway. And I just stuffed a rag in here for right this second because this thing is a bitch to get in and out. So all we're gonna do, start it up real quick for you guys so that you can hear it, and then we have to cut it off, change the oil in it. John's gonna go ahead and bust it off. Maybe you can hear a difference. Well, all right guys, as you can tell, it runs a lot better. We still got to set the fuel pressure. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that needs to be done, but I'm impressed. So just to give you kind of an update on this, what are we going to do with this car, and what is this car all about? Well, this car is all about budget. John's going to try his best to try to, you know, find parts on Facebook, on Craigslist, anywhere he can. There's so many of us out there that have extra parts. I have a few parts, you know, I was able to put on the car. We have friends with parts, and there's always somebody out there that's got some good used parts to help you save some money, right? So that's what he's going to do. He's going to try his best to keep the budget as small as possible on this car to keep it fun. Because in my personal opinion, if you're spending a bunch of money on these cars, if you're just throwing money at it, a lot of times you're going to be disappointed. And the reason why I say that is because let's say he bought everything new, and then it's still another issue, and then it's still another issue. Look, we didn't build this motor. We have no clue of what's been done to it. So the way to combat that is to try to keep it budget. I mean, look at what we've already been able to do with the paint itself. Now, we've not worked our way down yet, but that was just real quickly, hit it with the buffer, threw my old wheels on the car. We're gonna lower it, polish the wheels up, finish cleaning it up, and this is gonna be a presentable car. Really no money in this car. I think we got, what, 80, 75 bucks, I think, right now in it. 75 bucks, guys, and that's mainly in oil and stuff, so that's it. And obviously you're not going to get a daily update on this car because it's not my car, it's John's car. As soon as we can get it going, he's going to get it back to the house. But once it's roadworthy, then you're going to see this car a pretty good bit more. All this stuff will clean up just like anything else. Take everything off, pop it all off, clean it, paint it. Same here. I mean, this thing's in great shape. It really is. This side, the quarter windows really aren't even that bad. So we can probably smooth those out a little bit, fix those. So what do you guys think about it? Are you excited about this new build, about this new budget car? You know, we're gonna do this car the way that we really should have done that car. But you know how it goes. I mean, whenever you get to rolling, you get to spending money and moving fast. And that's kind of what happened with that car. And I ended up spending a little more than I wanted to and probably should have. Try to take our time with this one though and do it right. Let's look at the interior real quick. I know you probably can't see much. This is absolutely usable right here. Door seals and whatnot can be replaced dirt cheap or found. New weather stripping, gotta have that. And just really cleaning everything up. The car's in really good shape on the inside. Look at that back seat. You know, there's some stuff that needs to be replaced. That's to be expected, but we can take everything and re-dye it, fix it all up. I have most of the parts that he's gonna need. I'll say, well, some of the parts he's gonna need. He's gonna buy a new dash pad. Guys, this thing's gonna clean up real quick. One weekend, and this thing's gonna look like new money. And I know you guys know what I'm talking about because you saw my dad's car. Did the same thing with it. Takes about 2 days to do it. You can make that interior look brand new. All right, John, tell them what you paid for this car.
$1,000.
$1,000 for this car. They are out there. They are out there. Something that he really wants to get across. Search on Craigslist, search on Facebook. You know, we've covered this before, but he's living proof. They are still out there. Yes, this car needs some work, absolutely. But a little bit of elbow grease and a little bit of know-how, and you can make this thing look excellent. You can make it look so much better than what it was. You're gonna have to spend some money on some things. You know, he's probably gonna have to buy a new set of headlights in the front. That's no big deal. That's like 80 bucks. You know, there's a couple little things that he's gonna have to buy, but overall, this car is pretty much ready to go on the street right now. After we found that injector unplugged, this thing runs so much better. Now, overdrive is messed up in the car, but that, I mean, it's still drivable. The car seems to do pretty good. As you saw in the video before, he took it around the neighborhood. Car seems to drive, you know, pretty good for the most part. Now, we've not gotten it out on the main road yet, but I think he's gonna be all right. So he's probably not gonna have a lot of money in the front end of this car and in the suspension. Looks to be pretty good so far. Getting back to what we were talking about, just get out there, guys. Get out there on the internet, search around, be patient. It takes patience. You know, don't go out and grab the first car that you see. Oh, I can't find any. They're all $4,000 or $5,000 for junk. No, sir. This car is super, super solid. Now, he got a deal, but the point is the deals are out there, and you can get one too. $1,000 for this car. He's got $100 in it so far. It's an $1,100 car, and look at it. Got another Foxbody back on the road, and another one saved, and that's what it's all about. Plus, we get to spend time together. You know, we hadn't hung out in years. We used to be boys back in the day, basically brothers. So now we are back out here again, working on Foxbodies, doing what we love to do. Include your friends, include your family, get them out here, turn some wrenches, enjoy these things.
Write down below what you think my budget should be. You know, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000. You know, come up with a good budget, and I'll try my hardest to stick with it, and we'll make this thing beautiful again.
Down below, let us know what you think this budget should be, and let's see if we can make it happen. Let's see if we can stick to it. We are going to, right now, we're going to go ahead and take the intake off the car, the upper intake off anyway, and go ahead and swap these injectors out, get those in, and put these new wires on. So that's what you're going to see next. In this next clip, we had some technical difficulties. Some of the footage was not filmed, so let me see if I can get you up to speed. Basically, we've been having some issues with the car running rough with the 24-pound injectors, so we think we've traced it back to that. What we did was we picked up a set of 19-pound injectors and mass air meter from Ray, my buddy with the white Foxbody. We're going to go ahead, install those in the car. Also, while we have everything apart, we're going to go ahead and put his new spark plug wires on. So the next clip that you will see is after everything has been installed, and we're going to fire the car up. This should get you up to speed on the video. So we now have the 19-pound injectors installed in the car. We checked everything for leaks, and I would advise you, anytime you're messing with any of this fuel system stuff on these cars, always make sure that the fuel rail is down tight, everything is seated, rotate the injectors, switch the key on and off a few times just to make sure that you don't have any fuel leaks. Because if this thing becomes loose or you don't have it all the way down, I mean, you can see how close this fuel is to actual spark. So you don't want those problems. John's gonna go ahead and put the inlet back on. We're not gonna do the wire loom tutorial right this second. The mass air meter did not work. You could unplug it and the car didn't change whatsoever. So we're hoping that that was the cause. You know, these cars have to have that mass air meter to be able to know the tables, to be able to know how much fuel and timing and everything else to put in the car. So I'm hoping that that's what the problem was, but we're not sure yet. But we are gonna find out here in just a few minutes. We're gonna go ahead, start this thing off, and I promise you this won't be a cliffhanger. We'll go ahead and show you this. Maybe, I don't know. I guess you'll find out, right? Yeah. With you guys, it's basically still doing the same thing that it was. So I had to sit here, kind of game plan, figure out what's wrong with this thing. One thing that I have noticed is even still when you unplug the mass air meter, the car doesn't want to change. So we might have an issue somewhere else. We might have to trace some wiring back, I'm not sure. But I'm gonna go ahead right now, put our heads together, see what we can come up with. So we're gonna end this video because it's probably gonna be a little while before we get back on this car. We've actually got to get started on that car here real soon. So we think it's the regulator. See right here, there's a piece of clear tubing in between the hose. When you start the car up and let it run, you can actually see fuel bubbling through here. So that means it's sucking it down into the intake, down on top of the cylinder, which more than likely is causing that pop and the car to run rough. So cross your fingers, hope that's it. Either way, as of right now, he's got $100 in injectors and a mass air meter and like 60 bucks in wires. Guys, you can't beat that. So like I said, $1,000 car. It does run and it does drive, just doesn't run like it's supposed to. So we're gonna get this thing fixed up, and it may be a couple of videos before you see this car again, but at some point you're gonna see this thing, and hopefully, if everything goes right, we'll have this thing back on the road again. So guys, I wanna leave you with one thing. Don't be scared of these cheap cars. You know, if you're looking for a project car and you've got some mechanical skills, because it's gonna take them, don't be scared of these cars, go pick it up. All right guys, as always, thanks for watching. So a lot of y'all probably gonna be upset, you know, John seems to find the good deals, right? Well, I've got another one for you. Look at that, guys. This is, I want to say it's an 89 LX. I'm not sure on the year exactly, but LX, I think the car has a title to it. Look how straight the body is on it. Body is just exceptionally straight. It's got 03 Cobra wheels. The tires are just a little dry rotted, but the wheels are in excellent shape. They're not scratched up anywhere. It's got 17x9s front and rear. These wheels will go on his car here pretty soon. Also has a brand new GT spoiler on the car. Look at this though. Look at the quarter windows. Look how smooth that is, guys. That's going to be really good to pop out, put a fresh coat of paint on, and stick in his car. I mean, these things are in great shape, and they're going to look really good. Interior of the car is mostly there. Look at the console. So John needs a new console in his car, so we're going to take that out, put it in his car. The light switch we're going to use out of this car to put in his car, and a few other little things here and there. But overall, the interior of this car is all there. John picked this car up as a parts car, but more than likely he's going to save this car. He's going to go ahead and pull like the headlights out. We're going to restore them. He's going to put the tail lights in his car. We're going to use the quarter windows and a few other things. And then later on down the line, what he may do is go ahead and just start putting parts back on this car to save it. That's his choice whether he wants to or not, but as of right now, that's definitely something that he's talking about, because this car is so straight, you kind of hate to just, you know, not use it for something. I mean, look at this. Other than the molding right there, look how straight that thing is, guys. Look at that. Take you around and look at this side. That car is more straight than both of our cars right now. Anyway, we'll talk about this thing more later.